There was no reason for them to think that I wasn't going to be fair.
Well, it feels like there was some distrust there that you weren't going to be fair.
Because Janelle and Mary are both leaving me going, wish I had some way to get alimony. It's like, well, what are you going to come after me for money later?
But they're not legally married, so they don't have any legal grounds to anything, really, except this one thing that their name's wrong.
I know, but there still was a disparity. I mean, our first...
What if everything you thought you knew about sister wives was a lie? Not a story of family, not a story of love, but a high-stakes, emotionally weaponized power game. Welcome to the truth behind the facade. This is the real story behind the Coyote Pass conspiracy. In a family where unity was the brand and loyalty was the pitch, the sister wives clan crumbled. Not because of scandal or betrayal, but because no one truly had each other's back. Janelle said it best.
We didn't have each other's backs then. Why would we now?
The land at Coyote Pass wasn't just real estate. It was a symbol of hierarchy, of trust, or more precisely, the total breakdown of it. Cody's name stamped on every plot, like a king dividing up his kingdom. But here's the kicker.
Coyote Pass. Do you think Cody is going to be fair to all of when it comes to the division of what the asset should be?
He's just not a fair person. He's very greedy when it comes down to money.
Why?
He just takes care of himself. He sees what he needs to do, and he just does what is right for him and what is right for Robin. And I think that he's going to screw Mary and Janelle completely.
The wives didn't even know how it was being divided. Janelle asked the question and got punished for it.
Why are you checking up on it? Cody snapped. Translation? Power is only for those who dare to hoard it. Let's talk money, the invisible thread choking every relationship in this saga. Christine says it out loud. Cody was greedy. He just took care of himself and Robin. And Janelle, the supposed financial lead? I wasn't in charge of the money, she confesses. But Cody told everyone she was. So, who's lying?
Behind closed doors, the family was a house of mirrors, everyone pointing fingers, everyone hiding receipts. And Cody? He was busy weaponizing money to control loyalty. Robin calls herself the bookkeeper. But Christine paints her as the recipient of disproportionate financial privilege. The reality? The finances were never about equality. They were about allegiance. Money wasn't the only sacred cow slaughtered in this emotional bloodbath. Sex was next. Christine drops a nuclear truth.
The sex was just an act, 5 times a year, tops.
Cody's reaction? Radio silence, until finally a cold declaration. No, we're not going to have intimacy anymore. And just like that, a marriage died in one sentence. No fight, no resolution, just a quiet exit into emotional purgatory. But here's the psychological twist. Cody knew exactly what each woman craved, and withheld it. He played his wives like instruments, knowing which string to pluck, which one to mute. With Christine, he withheld romance. With Janelle, it was financial transparency. With Mary, it was hope. Robin isn't just the last wife standing. She's the emotional epicenter of Cody's loyalty and the lightning rod for everyone else's resentment. Christine and Janelle describe her as manipulative.
She would reframe what Mary said to mean something else.
And when the other wives reached out, Christine didn't just walk away from a marriage. She walked toward a version of herself that had been buried under 20 years of compromise. Now she's with David, a man who, brace for it, actually talks to her in the morning. Simple, right? But in Sister Wives terms, that's a revolution. They kiss, cuddle, and talk, like best friends who just happen to be married. And when Suki asks about their chemistry, there's a lot of kissing. A lot of kissing, Christine beams. He's the magic sauce. Compare that to her time with Cody. 5 intimate encounters, a year, 0 emotional connection. This isn't a glow-up. It's an escape from emotional starvation. Janelle saw it. Mary envied it. Even Cody admits it. Christine eating David's face? That's a monogamous thing. Translation? She found what was never allowed in plural marriage: passion, serious. And here at Drama Unfiltered, we're not here to sugarcoat it. She didn't just find a man. She found a reason never to look back. The public display of affection has become the new battlefield. Christine's new life is full of hand-holding, leg-touching, long looks, and unapologetic PDA. And it's making the old guard squirm. Even Peyton's uncomfortable, Cody snarks. That's funny. Except it's not. It's just unfamiliar. Because for decades, physical affection came with conditions. Janelle says it best. If your relationship is crumbling, the last thing you want to see is him all over someone else. And Cody? He admits the unspoken rule. We learn to be careful. Where we are not safe, we don't show PDA. Because in this family, affection was a performance, tailored to not upset the delicate, dysfunctional balance. But Christine's done with the performance, and that's why it feels real now. Mary's loyalty was weaponized. She waited, hoped, and stayed. Long after the love was gone. Why? Because Robin kept saying, "He still says he loves you." But Christine calls it, "That's full of whatever." Robin led her on. The saddest part? Mary wanted to believe it. She clung to the fantasy while Cody erased her from his reality. And when Robin finally said goodbye, with a teary, "I love you," it wasn't closure. It was a performance. Mary's final words? "If it's not reciprocal, I'm done." And that, right there, is the tragedy and triumph of her story. Not that she lost love, but that she finally stopped begging for scraps. Cody insists the women are rewriting history, that they're exaggerating, that he was fair. But then, he drops a telling line. Janelle had too much influence on our money. Wait, wasn't she not in charge of finances? Or was she?